Deep in space within the Ruckbat sector lay a G-type star whose third planet was perfect for colonization. Man named it Pern and launched 3 immense colony ships that scythed across the vast reaches of space. After abandoning their craft in orbit, they settled on the planet below. As their new lives flourished on Pern, a new enemy approached. Every 200 years, the red star passed close to Pern. Deep within the tail of this comet, life existed. A single-minded parasite known as Thread. An enemy without conscience or feeling, whose only instinct was to destroy and devour the food-rich hunting grounds of Pern so it could survive. There was no escape from its appalling attacks. As the Thread hit the ground, it destroyed all organic life it touched. The colony was ravaged and was forced to take shelter in the mountains to the north as Thread laid waste to their equipment, destroyed their technology, and brought them to breaking point. With hope evaporating and on the verge of extinction, they turned to an indigenous form of life to save them. By genetically modifying fire lizards and utilizing their effective defense system, they created a new race of vast dragons. Named after the earth legends they resembled, the fire-breathing reptiles took to flight to sear Thread from the sky. When the battle was over, the settlers returned to the simpler life. With the passing of time came the fading of memories. As time passed, they forgot about their home, about the machines that forged the land in which they lived, and eventually about the spacecraft floating in orbit. And now when Thread falls, the air is filled with the cry of dragon song, as the Dragon Riders fly in formation again. It was nearing the end of the 7th pass, and 2 young men had been selected as candidates for impression. As the crowds gathered at the hatching grounds, the candidates prepared themselves for the ceremony to begin. The 2 could not have been more different. The elder, Roth, driven by ambition and family expectancy, eagerly awaited the arrival of the dragon that was to merge thought and consciousness, to become one with him. The other, Dalcor, was filled with fear. He had heard the tales about the dangers these ceremonies held. And when the egg cracked, the fledgling dragon began to make his way out of its shell. Roth stepped closer, pushing Dalcor aside, ignoring all sense of occasion and respect. The crowd stood on in awe and waited for the beautiful creature to break into the Pern air and select its rider for the first and only time. Roth leaned forward, waiting for the dragon to reach out and touch his mind. But the dragon pushed past him, knocking him to the ground, and advanced over to the terrified Dalcor. The young boy stared back, petrified, as the awesome beast studied his face. Then deep within his mind he heard a voice calling him soft and comforting. "Greetings, Dalcor, I am Zenth." The dragon spoke, using Dalcor's new dragon name. Zenth had chosen him. They were now as one, their thoughts intertwined forever. Dalcor had become a dragon rider. Roth stared on, bewilderment and confusion plain on his face. How could such a mighty animal possibly not select him? All his expectations were suddenly shattered as he pulled himself off the rocky floor. As Dalcor bonded with his new soulmate, Roth looked up to see his father turn his back, devastated by his son's failure, abandoning him to wallow in his own dishonor. Roth cried out to his father, but his cries fell on deaf ears. They had gone. Disgraced by his family, Roth was sent to Healer Hall in a bid to salvage his career, whilst the timid Dalcor grew strong and followed his destiny to the skies, with Zenth at his side forever.
Good morning, Nicole. Bad dream?
Too much wine is all. A new shipment from Bendon arrived last night.
I know.
Everyone had a good time, though. Just as Nalia would have wanted.
She was a good whalewoman.
She'll be missed around here.
None will miss her more than Marath. She is desolate and risks leaving her clutch.
A gold never leaves her clutch, with or without their werewoman.
There is always a first time.
Then we must find a new werewoman for the golden egg in the hatching ground. I'm sure Sabor realizes the situation.
He does. My hide itches to call.
You always itch. Your hide and your belly are all you think about.
My hide needs oiling. The oil is on the shelves, unless you knocked it off in a stupor last night. The brush should be nearby. Would you like me to tell you how to use items in your inventory?
No thanks, I can manage.
I said my hide itches to call.
I heard you the first time. My head hurts enough without you intruding.
Then oil my hide, and I'll be quiet. Now follow the same procedure with a brush. Nicole, are you ignoring me? Thanks, Dukor. Yugath has told me that Sabor wants to meet with you and the rest of the wing later in the day.
Regarding a new werewoman, no doubt.
A search is required. No suitable candidates are here in the weir. We must go to the hold.
I'm not sure the other riders will like that too much. They think hold stock is inferior.
Nonsense. It is what is on the inside that is important to us, not where they come from.
Don't let the old men's dragons hear you say that. You know that rigid tradition is all that drives them.
The Red Star has almost passed. Soon traditions will have no meaning.
Perhaps. It has been known that the Hold Lords will begin to question our purpose on Pern. We shall have to wait and see.
Craftmaster Dawn has let me know that your riding gear is repaired from the thread scores on it. You can pick it up whenever you like. And do something about your sore head. It's setting me on edge.
Thanks, Zen. I will.
Hello, lad. How's the head?
A bit sore. I don't think Zenth is too happy with me either.
Brenth, too. Nothing worse than a dragon with a sore head. I'll bet Natoth is fuming this morning after what Neth did last night.
And what did Neth do?
You don't know? Well, far be it from me to tell you and risk the fellow further embarrassment.
Very well. Zenth tells me I left my knife with you last night.
I took it from you after you decided to scribe your name in one of the gaming tables.
That bend in wine was to blame. I hardly ever drink it.
I'd better show you how to use that knife in the way it's intended.
A good idea. I could use the practice.
Right, lad. Arm yourself. Go into your inventory and select the knife. Right. To use the combat stance that Jacob taught us when we were weirlings, press the action button. Good. You've kept your form, I see. Whilst holding the action button, you can circle around your enemy by pressing left or right. Give it a try. Right. Now press forward once to do a light attack. Easy, lad. You nearly ripped my shirt. Now press and hold forward to do a heavy attack. Excellent. Bear in mind, though, that a heavy attack takes longer, and you'll be vulnerable for a moment. Watch your enemy and how they move to gauge when is a good time to strike. Now try defending. Press down to defend at any time. You've remembered well. You can move and attack or defend too. Trying to get around the side of an enemy will give you an advantage. Also, the more you fight, the stronger you'll get. So now my blood's all fired up. Do you want to spar for a while?
Why not? Defend yourself.
That's the spirit. You'll soon forget about that sore head. That's enough for today. I'm worn out before I've begun.
The core. You have just earned your first skill. There are many more to find on Pern, all of which will give you enhanced abilities. To obtain them all will be a difficult task, as you must find a person with that skill to teach you. Also, you cannot use a new weapon until you are taught how. Press the inventory button to see which skills you have obtained. They are shown on the left. When you find a new one, then that skill badge will appear in its own slot. Would you like me to repeat that?
No, but thank you. When is this meeting going to start? When is this meeting going to start?
Where did I put that journal? My journal.
Leave it.
I forget. It's not that it's got any personal things in it, but it contains a list of all the skins here and what's on them. Oh. If you find it, be sure to bring it back, would you? Look a little confused. Do you know your way around the weir? I only say as I have a map I could give you.
A map sounds good.
Oh, now where is it? Here. You can look at it by pressing the map button. Different maps will highlight different parts of that location. Some may even lead you to hidden areas.
Thanks. I'm sure this will be useful.
And remember, if you see my journal... Found that journal yet?
And where do you think you're going?
What's behind that curtain?
The Weir Leader's private reading room, and only those of considerable reputation are allowed in there, I'm afraid. Did you not hear me the first time? No entry.
Who are you?
I'm Decor.
Well, Decor, when at least you become more conversant, perhaps we will speak. Go now, I'm busy.
Good morning, Decor. I trust you had a good night last night.
Don't start, Ned. I've had enough from Zenth. Anyway, I heard that your night was better than mine.
I'm so embarrassed, Decor. The news must be all round the weir by now.
Pretty much. But no one seems to be able to tell me what you did.
Well, it's rather a sorry affair. Azoth is ready to mate, and we Green Riders have a tendency to... how shall I put it? Become on edge when our dragons are ready to fly.
And you were on edge last night?
So much so that between Azoth and the Bend and Wine, I think I may have become a bit too forceful in an argument.
How forceful?
I think I drew my knife on someone, but I can't remember who.
By the first egg, what are you going to do?
Well, I don't know who to apologize to. Fear of a dagger in the back. Do you think you could see your way to finding out who it was and apologize on my behalf?
Well, I'm sure it was unintentional. I'll ask around for you.
Thank you, Decor. You do me a great honor.
You looked like you were having fun last night.
I was, what little I can remember of it.
Nalaya would be pleased to know we celebrated her life so vigorously.
And some more vigorously than others.
Neth? He made a proper display of himself, so I hear. I didn't see anything but rumors of flying this morning about him and one of the kitchen staff.
Already spoken to Neth. Apparently he...
Never mind that now. I'm glad you've arrived, Decor. I found this book in the gambling hall last night, and I don't quite know what to do with it. I don't know who it belongs to.
I think I know. Locke, the librarian, has lost his diary. It may belong to him.
Would you take it to him, Decor? I have to oil that off.
Of course.
Decor. Decor?
Yes?
Do you know what day it is? Same day it was when you found me that pearl last term. Could be. But don't worry yourself with it. I'm sure you have more important things on your mind.
Decor, you remember what trouble that caused last turn, don't you? You spent days searching for a pearl, letting your wear duties slip. Bronzes and greens are never...
I know, Zenth. I know.
Good. We do have more important things to do than fishing, Decor.
Sabor is calling a meeting. Will you be there? I'll have to attend as well. Although I can't stand to be in the same room as the man. He sickens me.
Not good for the wings, Salon. You should curb your anger.
Lie down to that fool's incompetent orders. He does not know how to control his wing during thread battle. And one day I'll make him regret what he did to me.
Thread is an unpredictable foe. I have no love for Sabor either, but you cannot blame him for Thread.
Well, he's a lot nearer than the Red Star. And to have that blackguard Catan take my place as wing second just because they believe I am no longer suitable for duty. Apparently my eyesight affects my ability to fight.
Salon, why are you so angry?
I apologize. I suppose Nalaya's death was a bigger blow than I first assumed. And with Neeth's timely performance last night...
Yes, I've spoken to him about that. You look like you need to be alone. I'll see you at the meeting.
You will.
Here to lose money to this gambling fool?
Aye, and a share of my wits too, knowing the way he plays.
Are you calling me a cheat?
No, just a man who's unreasonably lucky with dice.
Well, I shall leave you to it. I'll see you at Sabor's meeting later on.
I suppose, although I think the more traditional among us will not like what he has to say.
Decor, you're up early. I bet your head feels a bit thread-beat. Gambling debt you owe me.
Gambling debt? I must have been drunk.
Look on your face. You were right, Emmène. That was a good prank. You have no debt, lad. Least not with me.
You're sharply in here this morning.
The dice were unfair last night. I need to cover my losses, and Emmène here offered to play a few rounds with me.
And we nearly lost our table too when you decided to carve your name in it.
And stayed your hand.
My apologies. Well, I shall leave you men to it.
Clear skies and fair weather, Decor.
What do you want?
I wanted to talk for a while.
I suppose you've heard about this meeting with Sabor?
As is every writer, I presume.
I think it's disgraceful that we have to lower ourselves to look for inferior stock in the holds.
If breaking tradition allows us to have a new werewoman and save the future of our dragons, then so be it.
But the were has always bred people for impression. Especially the werewoman.
Afraid of change. Do you think that now the holds and halls have little use for us, they will begin to question our purpose?
Never. The Dragon Riders are the only reason their homes have not been razed to the ground and their flesh seared from their bones.
And they should be grateful? They do provide for us after all. It's a fair exchange.
Wary teeth, man.
The riders are superior in every respect, apart from some idiot greens like Nueth. There are some characters out for his blood.
No one seems to be able to tell me what he did, or may have some.
Shells, man. Spore is a fool, as are most of the riders here. How things must change. Well, I'm too long in the tooth to... The current ways have lasted for hundreds. They won't change now. You'll see.
Whatever you say, Faben. I can see there's no point in arguing with you.
As I finished reading these ballads. Actually, Vahul said he would lend me one of his, but he hasn't got around to it. For me?
Hello.
I was just admiring your work.
I call it the world of Pern tapestry. When it's finished, it will show the whole of Pern in fine detail.
Very beautiful.
In order to complete it, I need someone very reliable to gather information for me and proceed them.
I can't concentrate on this writing with people hanging over my shoulder. Rider, forgive me, sir. I meant no offense.
You're forgiven. What are you doing?
I'm here from Harper Hall to deliver a new batch of skins to the Wayleader's personal collection. However, I forgot a couple of important ballads, so I'm scribing them now.
Decor, I take it Zenth told you your riding gear was ready. Here. Nasty marks on the hide. And you got through that without a scratch?
A little bruised, but nothing to worry about. That jacket has lasted me for countless turns. It must have been the hide of the most stubborn wear on Pern. That is the end of the action.
Or something's just round the corner to keep you busy.
I have a feeling you may be right.
Haven't got time to talk, Decor. Feels like I have the whole of the weir's clothing to fix.
You can't go out there. It's way too dark yet. You'll have to wait until daybreak.
Oh, a Dragon Rider. Thank the first egg.
Distressed.
He's been gone all night and I'm worried out of my mind. He went to the wereball last night to play with Jax and the other children, but never came back.
Well, I'd better go and see if I can find...
Thank you. My husband, Mulan, is already out looking. If you see him, he may be able to help.
When is this meeting going to start?
The meeting will start as soon as Tamen and Barak can be bothered to show up.
It will probably start once Naeth has plucked up the courage to emerge from his weir. Did you not hear me the first time? No entry.
Oh, you found my journal, and I went and had a new one made. Crack dust! Well, I've no use for this new one now. You may as well have it.
Thanks. I'm sure it will come in handy.
Every time something important happens, you should write it down. But you must learn how to scribe before you can write anything. Now, where did I put that skin? Now, has that journal been of use? Remember, you must learn to scribe before you can use it. Been of use? Scribe
Greetings, Decor. How are you this morning?
A little fragile after Nalaya's wake.
And how is Marath, our gold? Rumor is she may fly her clutch.
But Zenth has not mentioned anything. It is unheard of for a gold to leave a clutch.
Well, I suppose you'd know.
Came in yesterday was a welcome addition.
I couldn't get it off the cart quick enough. Aye, the tithes seem in order, although there is a great shortage of ores in this last shipment.
The ores can go hang.
It's not like the master miner to leave us short. I'll have to ask the trader that brought it in.
My duty to you, sir. Mind me saying so, sir, but you should stay away from Tom Keating today. He's in a right foul mood.
Has someone insulted his food again?
Yes, sir. And you know how protective Tom is over his food.
Take pride in his work.
Surely it is. And it only takes a small insult from a Green Rider to upset old Tom. Oh, listen to me. My apologies. I've spoken out of turn. I must get back to work.
I got my breakfast spread. Meat rolls not good enough for you, eh?
I have no quarrel with you, Tom. Your food has always been of the highest quality.
To your arrogant friend Nerth. Too much salt here, this claw's too bitter, the herd beast tastes rancid. It nearly came to blows.
You have to understand, Neth's green is ready to mate, and that sets a rider on edge. I've spoken to him earlier, and he deeply regrets what he's done.
But he attacked me!
For which he is truly sorry. He didn't mean what he said.
Ah, well, maybe he had a point about the herd beast tasting off. Bunch. For the time being. But if he ever does it again, I'll hang his hide out to dry.
I'll pass the message.
Going to Fort Hold in the near future, I've got an errand I'd like you to run. I forgave your friend and all. I figure you Dragon Riders owe me a favor.
Oh, Decor! Come to help me with my hatching ceremony preparations. We need a meal big enough for a dragon.
A dragon-sized meal? Sounds good, Roma. What do you want from me?
Why want? Why, ingredients, Decor, ingredients! That's what I said, ingredients. You'd better write this down. Don't want you bringing back the wrong things now, do we?
I will write them in my journal, Roma, but I'm sure I can remember them.
That's the spirit, lad. Well, for starters, I need nettlewheat, featherfern, and a whole bundle of flax.
Well, that's not too bad.
My, you're funny, Decor. I also need some old wine of at least 60 terms. Red wine, that is.
Is that all?
No, that's not all. You must also find me 4 tunnel snake eggs and, 2 nice big wary eggs for old Rome.
Wary eggs?
Should be about it. Now you be off now and let me cook. If you find any of those ingredients, for the ceremony, so you make sure you get all those other more important things done first.
Find out if you're going to Fort Hold and then come and see me.
Morning, Decor. What it will be this morning?
Need something for this.
Just the thing. My own personal cure.
What's in it? Nothing dangerous, I hope.
You'll have to wait and see.
I'm hungry. What do you have to eat?
A few meat rolls and some fresh fruit.
I think with my head I'd be better off with the fruit.
Here you go. There'll be none left for anyone else. There'll be none left for anyone else.
Find out if you're going to Fort Hold and then...
The call back again.
Anything for you.
Don't bother me then. I'm rushed off my feet.
No time to talk, lots to do.
These ballads. Actually, Vahul said he would lend me one of his, but he hasn't got around to it. If you see him, could you get it for me?
Ah, yes, well, Decor. I am Vakai, your weir leader. Our weir woman, Nalaya, is dead, and I fear the... Learn all there is to learn, see all there is to see. And Decor...
Yeah.
Out of trouble.
When is this meeting going to start?
Soon as Tamen and Barak can be bothered to show up. Tamen's busy trying to win his...
He's convinced someone wants to exact a terrible revenge on him.
I didn't see you at Nalaya's farewell last night.
As a consequence, I am exhausted beyond measure.
I take it you had heard about our wing leader calling a meeting.
Of course.
And I don't suppose you've heard anything about Naeth either.
Bits of things passed to Piath from other dragons. Not happy with Naeth. It is worrying when a dragon dislikes its rider.
I'm sure it's only temporary.
Perhaps. Now, please. The need to sleep is weighing. Or, as I am utterly spent, would you give this skin to him? Evening about some of the great...
I'm sure I'll bump into him at some point.
My duty to you. If someone could wake me once the meeting starts, I would appreciate it.
When is this meeting going to start?
Naeth has plucked up the courage to emerge from his weir. He's convinced someone wants to exact a terrible revenge on him.
When is this meeting going to start?
Emmène and Barak can be...
Hello. And who might you be?
The name's Finn. I'm here from Harper Hall.
What brings you to Fort Ware?
Helen, head woman of Harper Hall, sends her condolences upon the loss of werewoman Nalaya to the Ware of Fort.
And our good wishes.
I bid you farewell in the knowledge that I shall see you again, perhaps sooner than you think.
Hey, how do you know my name?
Yes, Decor?
What can you tell me of this place?
Yes, Decor?
Stay out of trouble. I will talk to you again sometime.
Now, has that journal been of use? Remember, you must learn...
When is this meeting going to...
Soon as men.
In order to complete it, I need someone very reliable to gather information for me, someone whose reputation precedes them. In order to complete it,
Quiet, lad. I need to concentrate.
Excuse me, Decor, but we are using those.
Who died and made him wing leader?
Ballads. Actually, Vahul said he would lend me one of his, but he hasn't got around to it. If you see him, could you get it for me?
Here's that ballad you requested.
Oh, I see. Well, give it here, lad. Don't dally. Right. Thanks. You can go now.
In order to complete it, I need someone very reliable to gather information for me. Someone whose reputation precedes them.
I'm so worried. Where could he be?
No time to talk, lots to do.
Find out if you're going to Fort Hold and then...
Can't give you any more, or there'll be none left for anyone else.
Rumour has it we're looking to the holds for impression candidates. What's wrong with the werefolk?
Ooh, my throbbing ear.
What's the matter?
Right old temper on him today. I dropped a tray and he belted me. I'm surprised he didn't take my head clean off.
That's unusual for Tom to be in a bad mood.
Apparently, one of the Green Riders, don't recall his name, insulted all of the food that Tom laid out from the liar's wake last night. It nearly ended up in a fight. I think I'll need stitches. And look! I've got to clear all this mess up from last night or I'll get another thick ear. You don't want one of these jars, do you? Tom says they should be thrown out, but I think you might find a use of it.
I'm pleased that thread is waning. I'm not sure I could take much more combat.
Busy, busy, busy. Tom says I should do less talking, more work.
Rumor has it we're...
I'm so worried. Where could he...
News.
But you're in the clear.
The cook? Oh, this is some sort of bad dream. He'll poison my claw for sure.
Fret, I will be poison-free. Although you've done his herd beast a great disservice.
The bubbly pies were fine. It was the herd beast that tasted foul. Did you not taste it yourself? Bitter to the bone.
Bendin wine took away most of the taste, I'm afraid.
Well, thank you, Decor. I suppose I'd better go and apologize myself. Oh, by the way, I have some news for you.
Oh, yes.
Here. She seems to be a little more sensitive than the other greens. Ramala, Kendrick, the craftsman's daughter. She is out of the weir for the next couple of days, but perhaps you could talk to her when she returns.
take someone of greater strength to move this to Paul. Come back when you are stronger.
Anything wrong, have I?
His mother said he was playing.
Told him it was dangerous.
The dark.
Jack's over there knows. He dares kids to...
Our Imogen uses them to collect trundle bugs. Says she wants 6 of them. Can you believe it? Don't know what's for the hatching ceremony. They could be anywhere, and to catch them you'll need one of these. I've had it on me for 15 turns and never once needed button. To return from that mode, simply press escape. You only have darts available, and they're only really good against tiny animals. I think you can buy quarrels, but I'm not quite sure.
Thanks. I'm sure it'll come in useful.
Remember, if you catch any bugs in that there jar, bring them straight back here. I see you have a gathering jar on you. My daughter Trundle.
You're an unfamiliar...
I know is the master miner, tithe share, the mines.
Bottomless. I should see what must be done.
Some big...
Not inform either party.
I'd swear that these beasts chew up firestone faster than I can break it.
I can feel your struggle. You are too weak to do this. Try again.
Oh, you startled me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No matter. You must be Decor.
I am. And you are?
I am Ramala.
Naeth's Green. Azoth has told me of this one. She has the makings of a werewoman.
Well met, Ramala. I'm glad to have found you here. That you are suitable for the golden egg.
A candidate for werewoman.
If you are interested, then you should begin to prepare yourself.
Yes, of course. I'll make my way to the hatching grounds.
You must be Jax. Know where Jim is.
Yeah, he went to the dark caves to trap tunnel snakes. He's brave, but not as brave as me.
I wouldn't call putting your life in danger brave. Where are these caves?
I can give you a map if you like.
I'm sure a map will be useful.
Here, I drew it myself. It shows all the secret tunnels and everything.
Thanks.
It's just over there. You can't miss the entrance. It's all boarded up.
Jim! Jim! It's no good. I think he's too far in.
Any idea how to get these boards off?
The only way I can think of is to smash them.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Or your hammer to break through the boards.
What? But I got all this firestone to break.
I got time to discuss this with you, Hal. I need that hammer.
Jacob's wrath falls on your head when he hasn't got his firestone to train his... And bring it back when you're done. I'm gonna be in so much trouble if Jacob hasn't got his...
I used to mine these caves many years ago, so I know the lie of the outer ones. Come on, follow me.
I'm gonna be in so much trouble if Jacob hasn't got his firestone.
I'm gonna be in so much...
You've got a knife. We can waste no more time. Let's go. Come on! I don't remember this passage being blocked.
Right way?
Of course, I'm sure. This wall, it must be formed from a recent cave-in. Well, don't look at me. Hit the wall. Come on! Come on! This is as far as I know.
Here. We don't...
Run across...
Fasten in here, we may need them. When I find Jin, we'll find another way out. Go!
Game over!